What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update, guys. This one coming on the district attorney over in Fulton County, Georgia, Miss Fani Willis, as we now have Governor Brian Kemp slamming down and attacking her on a new front. I told you guys this is only going to get worse and worse for Miss Fani Willis, as she's now opened up that Pandora's box of all of her wrongdoings. All of her dirt is going to keep coming out of that box. Now we've got Governor Brian Kemp seeking to get her dismissed as district attorney after he's, found that she has not been doing her job or carrying out her job in the right manner. This has nothing to do with, the Trump case and her wrongdoings with Nathan Wade. This has more so to do with what she's not been doing as a district attorney. I'm excited to get into this clip, see exactly what Governor Brian Kemp is going to do with Miss Fani Willis. We're going to get straight into the clip, and I'll get my thoughts on the back end of the video, guys. So definitely stick around to the end so you guys get my thoughts on the back end. And also, YouTube push this video out. Definitely stick around until the end, you guys. But let's get straight into it. Before we even do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
We're going to Georgia, where a new front has opened up against Fani Willis. That's good news. Governor Kemp, now, he's no ally of Trump's. He wouldn't do any favor for Trump's, but he's going after Fani Willis on a whole other front of her not prosecuting criminals. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are. This is where you get the most up-to-date stuff on Fani Willis. Not that we care about Fani Willis, but because we care about Trump. And Fani Willis is one of the biggest, loudest people to go after Trump, and one is in the middle of a slow motion face plant as we watch her career fall apart before our eyes.
And with the stroke of a pen, it was official. Governor Brian Kemp says the state will hold district attorneys accountable.
They pretend like, oh, it's just about any district attorney they're going to hold accountable. Really, this is about Fani Willis, because this was before his desk last fall. And he punted on it. He goes like, oh, we can't do this. I'll tell you about the workaround on how they got this thing through. It's really kind of genius.
Today, we are renewing our commitment that we won't forfeit public safety for prosecutors who let criminals off the hook.
I don't know where Brian Kemp's been for the last couple of years, because it's all the prosecutors been doing in Fulton County is letting criminals off the hook. This is the same thing as what Alvin Bragg did. This is kind of what the Soros way that he's destroying America. Suddenly Brian Kemp has this kind of come to Jesus moment of, oh, I found something now, now we're going after those DAs that don't prosecute criminals. Okay, well, kind of convenient. It's good that Fani Willis has become such a national embarrassment that this is the fire that's been put under Brian Kemp, because it made him look stupid.
The new law revives the Prosecuting Attorney Qualification Commission, tasked with overseeing complaints filed against district attorneys and solicitor generals. The commission can investigate alleged misconduct, discipline, remove, or even force retirement, depending on the situation.
When out-of-touch prosecutors put politics over public safety, the community suffers, and people and property are put at risk.
This is just a tiny, tiny bit of reform which is needed, and it's considered just completely radical that anyone stepped in and said, hey, we need to hold DAs accountable. If they don't prosecute, we can remove you.
Previous versions of the law restrict the disciplining of a DA until the Supreme Court affirmed the ruling. But in November, the state Supreme Court refused to approve the rule. The version signed today removes that requirement and gives the 8-person panel more power to move forward without the Supreme Court.
Kemp and the gang tried passing this bill to be tougher on DAs. And then the Supreme Court comes in and goes, no, you have to pass it through the Supreme Court. They did. They just signed it into law and just said, well, you no longer have to go through the Supreme Court to approve this law. And so they did a workaround. I think it's genius. This is how you do stuff in Georgia, guys.
When the previous version of the bill was considered, many vowed to file complaints against Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis for her prosecution of former President Donald Trump. It caused many DAs across the state to speak out against the measure.
As you know, there are already legislators who have vowed come October 1st to file commission complaints against district attorneys here in Georgia for just doing their job.
Is Fani Willis just doing her job, ma'am? Are you sure you want to say that? That Kemp is going to go after Fani Willis because she just did her job of hiring Nathan Wade, of pursuing political opponents of Biden, of working with the White House, potentially, allegedly, stuffing cash from her campaign. Is that just doing your job? And meanwhile, people are running around with chainsaws.
Cuff me! There are people out there with chainsaws. You're cuffing me.
On the streets, and she will not prosecute them. Is that doing her job?
And in one of her previous interviews on the matter, DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says the law is an assault on democracy.
To drag DAs in front of a commission around decisions that they have been given constitutional right to make, we are embarking on a very dangerous journey.
They can walk someone like Fani Willis in front of an 8-person panel, and the panel can just go, look, why haven't you prosecuted any crimes in this state? Why are you letting all these people go? Where are you spending all your time and resources and money buying computers and buying trips to the Caribbean instead of prosecuting crime? I think they've got a good case against Fani Willis here. I think this is a good move by Brian Kemp. And I know he wouldn't do any favors for Trump, but I think even he had to answer, like, why aren't I doing anything about this in front of me? It makes Brian Kemp look bad. So this helps make him look good. So I support it. Open up another front on Fani Willis. Get her hard, Brian Kemp. Let's see what kind of man you are.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below for those of you who want to go over there and check that out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. What did I tell you? District Attorney Fani Willis is not getting a break for the remainder of her time as a district attorney. We've now got Governor Brian Kemp coming out, signing a new law that, holds her accountable. This one was catered, I feel like, specialized to Miss Fani Willis and her wrongdoings as a district attorney. This law makes it so that Fani Willis can be held accountable for her actions. She could potentially be brought about in front of an 8-person panel, and then they'll judge whether or not, Fani Willis has been prosecuting criminals or just politicizing her, her office as district attorney by coming after all of her political opponents like Donald Trump, guys. And I think, in front of that 8-person panel, it's going to be hard for Fani Willis to explain where she's actually been spending her time prosecuting, because all of her time outside of, those lavish trips that she was taking with her boyfriend Nathan Wade to the Caribbean and on these cruises was spent prosecuting Donald Trump, guys. She is not sought out to, prosecute any actual criminals or go after and stop any actual crimes. She's going after only her political opponents and people on the opposite side of the aisle of her. Just further going to show that things are going to keep getting worse for Miss Fani Willis. It's coming from all different angles. We're seeing fronts being launched. District Attorney Fani Willis's wrongdoings across the board are starting to catch up with her, guys. This is not only what she's done with, Mr. Nathan Wade as far as, abusing taxpayer funds in order to take these trips, guys. This is all now just coming out that she is not handling her responsibilities as a district attorney properly, guys. Miss Fani Willis better hope that she can remain in her seat as district attorney, let alone trying to prosecute Donald Trump, because she's got a whole world of trouble that's opening up against her, guys. Very glad to see that Brian Kemp is holding district attorney Fani Willis accountable, passing this law. It wasn't specifically made for Miss Fani Willis, but let's be honest, guys. We know this is catered towards Miss Fani Willis. This is definitely geared towards her caliber of district attorney. The way that she, just allows and invites corruption into her office, guys. Fani Willis is definitely going to get caught up in this trap of this new law by the way that she blatantly ignores any crime or actual criminals in, Fulton County, Georgia, and goes after her political opponents. This was definitely very interesting to see, guys. I'll continue to cover all things Fani. There's a storm of updates coming. She's taking loss after loss, so I'll continue to cover them here, guys. Make sure you guys hit that share button and share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible so they can get the truth on Miss Fani Willis and all the updates of what's going on her, losses in court, because now we've got Governor Brian Kemp coming out and passing that new law aimed at, targeting and holding these district attorneys accountable for their actions, not carrying out the law of their office. Yo, definitely make sure you guys hit that like button, guys. Does not cost a thing. Hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on next week. Yo, what's happening, Retro fam? Are you guys looking for a way to connect with your boy Retro and the Retro fam on a day-to-day basis? Look no further, guys. Memberships have now been launched where you can gain exclusive access to chat with your boy Retro and the community and gain perks, guys. Just hop in the description box below and check out the link for memberships, guys. You can subscribe on a monthly basis to chat and have exclusive perks with your boy Retro and the Retro community, guys. Check that out in the description box today.